Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm here to give you my thoughts on the 2-1 away defeat against QPR. It's currently 12:30 at night. I've just got home. I've had time to think about what I really wanted to say in this video about that performance, about what I'm currently feeling, and I've just really had enough. I've had enough now. I want a change. Stop being too loyal. We're so loyal as a football club. We need to stop this now. Be a bit ruthless. We've given him enough time. You've given him enough. I know the board feel guilty about what happened in the summer. I get that. I get the recruitment side of things. You may think you've let him down. I get that. But even with this current squad, we should not be producing what I'm currently seeing. We should be doing so much better. Everyone can see it. You've even got the Sky pundits talking about how Luton have lost the identity. We don't have that belief. Other fans from other clubs are going, how are they still keeping him? Fans are singing, you're getting sacked in the morning. He ain't getting sacked in the morning. Why can't everyone else see it but our board? Please make the decision, please, because we're sleepwalking to League One. We really are, and I think you're kidding yourself if you don't think we're in a relegation fight. We are now. I can't believe I'm even saying that. You know, you can, realistically, yeah, if we finish mid-table, you can go, right, okay, we've made a lot of mistakes, we go again next year. But this is getting ugly. It is getting ugly. And we're in a results business now, part of the season. Results matter now. Performances don't really matter. It's about results. It's alright that we played well against Norwich and then played, well in some moments in this game against QPR. But that means nothing if you don't get any results. You've got to get the points to back it up now. I don't care if we perform rubbish for 89 minutes, but we walk away with the 3 points. We just need points now. And I'm worried because other teams look like they're going to start building momentum. And I just don't see us doing it. I can't see us going on a run. I can't see us beating teams anymore. I can't see it. They don't have the belief. The losing mentality is installed within these players. And it's not completely on Edwards. The players must take responsibility here as well. And that's why it needs a new face. It needs a new face because someone will come in and players will go, right, my position is not safe now. I now need to perform because I want to play under the new manager. And that's what a new manager does. That's what a change can do. It sparks a reaction, and that's what it needs. It needs a new voice. In terms of how this game went about, I did like the starting 11. I have to admit, it was different. It was new. We played a back four. I know, crazy. He made a change. He changed the attacking aspects of our game, which I was more happy with. But what does it tell you when AIK fans from Sweden are going and pretty much laughing at us when we're playing Lamin Dabu Fanny as a number 10? They're going, what are you doing, Luton? He's a defensive midfielder. And despite playing out of position, I thought he did alright. There was definitely good moments. There were definitely some questionable moments. But I did like what I saw. There were some good moments where he got on the ball and he drived at the QPR defence and he had a shot. I know, we haven't seen that before. So there were good moments of his play. So I did like the attacking aspect. But we played the exact same formation as QPR did. The 4-2-3-1. But the difference between us and the difference between QPR was QPR's front four attackers, they moved. They weren't, rigid in a position. They actually moved amongst each other. They moved the ball quickly. They were able to create opportunities. QPR could have easily have scored 4 or 5 goals today. We made simple, basic mistakes. We actually gifted them a few opportunities. We were ball watching at times. The amount of free headers they had in the first half. The first half was really frustrating for me watching it because for about 45 minutes, apart from the moment we scored our goal, we were so slow. And funny enough, when we actually did move the ball quickly and we upped the tempo a bit, we actually created opportunities from open play. Shock, right? That's what happens when you move the ball quickly. They can blame the fact that, oh, it's a new formation. They weren't quite used to it. Regardless of what formation you play and what system you play, if you don't move the ball quickly, teams know how to defend against you. And realistically, how many saves did the QPR goalkeeper make? I can remember one in the second half, which was from a set piece, which Morris headed down towards goal. QPR keeper made a really good save. But apart from that, Thomas Kaminski kept us in the first half. He made it 1-0 up until the point where we got the equaliser. Now, you look at that QPR striker, I thought he was brilliant. Him and McGuinness had a proper battle. Some moments McGuinness won, a lot of moments the QPR striker won. And again, he scored. There was question marks over his goal. Apparently it hit his hand. I watched it back again. I feel like it could have been given, but at the time I actually thought it was a two-handed push. And I thought the ref was going to blow for a foul. But he didn't. Even the QPR player, when he scored, that striker, he waited and then he was like, oh, this goal counts. And then ended up celebrating. He actually kind of felt like it might have not counted. But I feel like it was too close anyway. There's nothing he could have done to prevent that. So I would have been harsh if it was a Luton player that did exactly that. So I think the goal should have counted. Of course, realistically I don't. But, you know, if it was a Luton player doing it, I would have said it should count. So regardless, they score from that. But it wasn't the first time they had basically a free header at goal. We then score from Zach Nelson, fantastic delivery into the box. In fact, majority of his deliveries into the box were whipped in with a bit of pace. I thought they were quite good throughout the whole time he was on the pitch. McGuinness with excellent movement. I know when you move, what happens? Excellent movement. Got a good header across. Gets us back in the game 1-1. Scoring just before half time. Perfect time to do it. And then that 10-minute spell from the second half when it started, we were the better side. We were moving the ball quickly. We were creating opportunities. But then what we ended up doing was we gave the ball away cheaply. We were giving away stupid fouls. And we gave away a stupid foul in a dangerous area. And what happens? QPR play it into, is it Chair, who has a free shot at goal. It takes a deflection. That's what happens when you shoot from distance, Luton. It's no surprise that teams score goals from outside the box against us because they know they will get time and space. And I'm saying this because it's happened frequently. It's happened a lot of times over the last couple of games. So why are we not learning? Why is Rob Edwards not learning? Why is Rob Edwards not learning from his substitutions? Every sub we made, by the way, had no impact. He made the wrong subs. He changed the system as well. He didn't need to do that. The personnel didn't. All what needed to happen was the personnel needed to change. You keep the same formation. The personnel needed to change. In fact, we had 2 players missing from the squad today, which I think would have had a massive impact. Joe Taylor and Moses, and both were not available for selection. Chong is getting on my nerves. Yes, you're playing out of position because you're playing as a right winger and you are left-footed, but you must be doing better. And what I didn't understand was Zach Nelson looks like he can play with both feet. Why didn't Zach Nelson play on the right-hand side and Chong play on the left-hand side? It would have fitted the balance a lot better because yet again, Chong has to keep cutting in. Yes, he wins a lot of fouls, which then gives us opportunities. But he needs to sort this out because it's getting on my nerves. Lucky enough, the cheap fouls which he manages to win, we actually create opportunities from. But from open play, we are absolutely terrible. But back to the substitutions. Brown had no impact when coming on. I didn't get the Hashi and Clark and Woodrow substitutions. That didn't make any sense. The formation towards the end was ridiculous. I didn't understand what it was. There was one point, we have like, what, 15 seconds left of the game to play. We can't even put the ball into the box. We weren't winning our second balls. QPR deserved the win today. And if you look at what the QPR manager did, he made his substitutions early because he saw what was going to happen. He felt Luton were piling on the pressure at times, and he thought, no, I'll make the change now so it gives my players enough time to hold on to the lead. That's one of the many reasons why QPR at this moment in time are good at holding on to a winning position. They are one of the best in the league at doing it. That's by the stats. I mentioned this in my match preview. I mentioned QPR will shoot when given will shoot from outside the box if given the opportunity. I mentioned that. I mentioned how they're good in the air. They won a lot of battles today. It ain't rocket science. It ain't rocket science. It needs a change. It needs something. Rob Edwards is not learning. We keep making the same mistakes. We keep doing it. It needs a change. It needs a new voice, and do it now. Do it now, because there's Nottingham Forest is a free hit. Let's be honest. It's a free hit. We're not gonna. No one is going to Nottingham Forest and thinking we're gonna wallop Nottingham Forest. No one's thinking that. So that's a free hit. Let Alex Lawless or someone take over that game, and then you've got the rest of this week, and then you've got the whole of next week to get a manager in. Stephen Schumacher is a phone call away, by the way. The ex-Plymouth boss who harshly got sacked at Stoke. I would happily take him. Happily. Available right now if you phone him before Plymouth take him back again, which looks like that could happen. It needs to change. I can't keep repeating myself. Nelson, for me, best player on the pitch. McGuinness did alright, but again, he kept losing the battle with that QPR striker. I thought it was Walter's worst game in a Luton shirt. I think the inexperience in his performance, you can definitely see. I thought Bell was poor. I actually thought Holmes was alright. Yeah, just Nelson, definitely best player on the pitch for me. But that is it. Drop a like on the video, comment what you thought about the game, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be out tomorrow. See you guys in a bit.